What's up, everybody? I'm here with Felicia Romero. And the reason that Felicia is here today, you probably noticed that she was in an episode of the GSD Show too. Sam, if you could put that in the back. But the reason that she's here in this particular video is because we want to talk to you about how you can get more opportunities to be on TV, like Fox and Channel 5 and all these different stations, wherever you are in your part of the country. And Felicia, you're really great at it. You've been on TV. How many times did you say in the last 6 months?
Oh, last 6 months? I would say three or four times a month.
3-4 times a month.
Yeah, different networks.
So quite a bit. And it's a big part of your business.
It is, because you got to stay you got to have that exposure. You got to stay active and stay out there. So
now, you didn't come from a background of being on TV as an anchor or anything like that,
No.
right? So you didn't have connections. So there was a time where you were just Felicia Romero and you didn't have any connections at all. You had to send your first pitch.
Right, absolutely.
Right? And the reason I'm saying that, guys, is because I know some of you may think, well, I don't have connections like she may have. Well, there was a time where she didn't either. And so what we're going to talk about to the people that are watching is maybe they've never, ever gotten to be on TV yet. They don't think maybe they have any good content for it, which obviously they do. They're overthinking it. And they don't know how to even get that ball rolling.
Right.
So let's pretend you didn't have any connections. You didn't have any contacts, but you know what you know.
Right.
How would you get the ball rolling to be able to get this opportunity to be on some local news networks?
Yeah, definitely. Well, you have to keep it simple. Definitely don't overthink things. So for me, when you're going to go pitch a network or pitch a producer, really think down to the basics and current events. So you can even Google current fitness trends or something like that. What is being talked about in the news right now when it comes to fitness, to health, to lifestyle? So let's just say, a current pitch that I did a couple of weeks ago was eat this, but how are you going to burn it off? So let's say you wanted that cheesecake, a couple hundred calories. Well, what can you do now realistically to burn it off? Take the stairs, mow the lawn, go on a walk. So it was very realistic to most people, the average person. So again, I always research current events and then I base my pitch off of that.
What are a couple other examples, just to get their wheels turning? What are some topics that you've been on for, like a top 5 this or 3 ways you should in X? Or
Right. The most recent one was the eat this. So basically I had 5 food options, whether it be, now it's, football season's coming into play and pizza and chicken wings. Well, if you want to have that slice of pizza, what do you have to do to burn that off? I had that segment recently. Another segment is now we're in a day and age where people have a hard time getting exercise in. So I gave 5 top tips on how to keep yourself accountable to that exercise, whether it be have a buddy, sign up for a group class, download an app, and you can do it right out of your home, stuff that you can also do at work. So keeping exercise very, very simple. Not overthinking things. You don't have to spend hours in the gym. Again, when you are pitching these producers and with most people who watch the news, it's the average person, so you have to really think about the average person that's just trying to make a healthy lifestyle feasible for them.
Okay, cool. And so now, let's say we come up with a couple really good topics, and maybe it's something like what you mentioned, and maybe it's something as crazy as, 5 foods that, are great to implement into a new workout routine or whatever, right? Now you have some ideas. What do you do next? Who do you reach out to? How do you even find that information?
Right. So I would put together a press release, okay? So you have to have that really quick bullet point at the top, something very catchy, like, best foods to eat pre and post workout and why. And then obviously create that urgency when you send it out to the different producers. If you don't quite know who to send it to, the best bet is to social media. Reach out to news anchors on social media. Again, a lot of them are going to send back an email and say, yeah, we would love that. A lot of them want stories too.
Which social media platform do you think is best for that?
You know what? I use Twitter quite a bit when it comes to that.
So you'll find their Twitter handles?
Find their Twitter handle, and a lot of them you'll see some of those lead anchors or reporters, they actually say, hey, email this for stories or segments. Sometimes they bite, sometimes they don't. I said I can send out 10 pitches and maybe 2 bite. But again, those are 2 that you didn't have before.
Got it. Cool. Okay, so now let's say we know what we want to tweet. 140 characters. Wait, are you tweeting it or do you send a direct message?
Direct message.
So do you have to connect with them first?
Yeah, I connect with them first. I say, hey, I usually we have some sort of interaction on social media of some sort, whether it's a retweet or I reach out and say, hey, thanks for the follow, and then it's back and forth banter, and then I'll kind of send that direct message. But you do definitely want to create that initial, meeting through the social media platform.
Cool. Now you have a much higher success rate at this point because you've now built a relationship with a lot of these people.
Right.
So your ability to get your story to be picked up or your idea to be picked up is a lot easier than somebody fresh, right? Like the guy watching.
Yeah, it is definitely. I would agree.
So with that said, what do you say is a decent failure rate? Let's say I send 10 pitches out or I reach out to 10 people. Out of 10, what would you consider like, hey, that's not bad. I
Yeah.
got at least this many picked up.
Yeah, honestly, even getting one picked up, because now you are on the news. Now you have something that you can go off of that makes you that much more credible, you know? So I think even just getting that one pitch out of 10 is success. Again, you might not get any, but that doesn't mean to give up. You know, try another reporter, try another anchor, try another news network. You never know. The more you try, the chances are you're probably going to get that story. And if it's a story that is like newsworthy, I definitely think you have a better chance as well.
Cool. And you also mentioned that now the camera crew's here, the person's here. Once they're there doing that segment because you got it, you build a relationship with them there, and you have ideas ready to pitch to them while they're there.
Absolutely.
Right?
This is where I kind of excel, because I'm really good with people. And I think being in the industry, you have to be good with people. You have to be able to interact. You have to be able to be a little bit more aggressive and open to giving ideas. So, you know, most recently I had a gal come in. She did a story at my gym, Fit Method. And as she was packing up and leaving, I said, hey, I noticed that you guys don't do a lot of lifestyle fitness segments on a regular basis. I think it would be a great topic for you to have. I have a bunch of awesome pitches that I could send to you, and you can maybe look them over and show them to your producer. And she did. By the end of the day, I had sent her 5 to 8 different ideas, I believe, and they picked up 3 of them. So, you know, and then I was on for a regular every week for a whole month. So again, that's kind of how you do it. But always make sure you're prepared and have ideas ready to go.
Cool.
Yeah.
So for those of you watching, you know, some of you may have a really, really great success rate right off the bat, and some of you may not. So it just like what you tell your clients and your customers that come in and work out at your gym, you may go a month, in the first month, maybe they don't have as easy of a time adjusting to their meal plan, or they don't have an easy time adjusting to, you know, the next day's soreness or whatever it is. You don't tell them, okay, well, stop. Maybe that's not your thing. Maybe go do yoga. You don't say that. You tell them to stick with it, and you say, hey, look, we're going to get there. We just got to keep working at it, keep working at it. You're going to get better at it, and then eventually it becomes simple. Felicia's gotten to the point now where it's simple, and she's really gotten into a groove. She's gotten a network of people that she can reach out to, and her success rate is really great. There's nothing different about Felicia than what you guys are capable of. You just, the one thing is the choice that she made versus the choice that you may make or may not make. So do your very best, because this is a really, really great way to grow your business, especially with your local community. Felicia's done a great job of it, and you can too.
Right. Yeah, and the news, they love fresh faces. They love new ideas. So don't count yourself out just because you haven't ever been on the news. They actually love bringing on new people, new ideas, new faces. So don't count yourself out.
Cool. Thank you.
Yeah, high five.